Good afternoon, AAMFT colleagues. I hope this message finds you still enjoying your summer, even though school has already started back here again in Georgia. Your AAMFT Board of Directors had its summer board meeting in Alexandria on July 25th and July 26th. I am pleased to be able to report to you some of the highlights of this meeting. By policy, our executive director is required to submit a work plan for the following year during the summer board meeting. Tracy Todd submitted the AAMFT annual work plan for 2015, detailing the work that staff will be engaging in to achieve the objectives contained in our strategic plan. The overarching goal for 2015 will be to fully complete the necessary infrastructure changes that will place AAMFT in a position to quickly meet any changes in market conditions and continue strategies to heighten member engagement. The board voted unanimously to accept this work plan as written, as it addresses many of the priorities set by the board. Another item on our agenda was the Ethics Committee Policy Task Force report. This group was charged to recommend whether the current policy, as stated in the 2004 charge to the Ethics Committee, should remain as is, or whether it should be revised. This old policy, having to do with holding ethics cases in abeyance if they are being investigated by a regulatory body, needed a review. The task force recommended to discontinue the use of the 2004 policy contained in the charge to the Ethics Committee, and they additionally recommended other appropriate changes in the procedures for handling ethical matters. The end result of these changes will assist the Ethics Committee in doing their work more freely. The board voted to adopt all of the task force's recommendations. The last item I wish to report has to do with recommendations to the AAMFT board made by the Elections Council. In looking for candidates to run for the board and the Elections Council, they are recommending that we look for people who have the right skill sets, rather than it being constituency based. Additionally, they recommend that AAMFT do a review of the Election Council policies around nominee eligibility and accountability, nominee requirements and obligations. In following the Elections Council's recommendation, the board voted to form a task force that will be called the Elections Council Policy Task Force 2014 to review these policies and the recommendations made by the Elections Council and by staff. Finally, I want to share with you some very exciting news regarding AAMFT's potential organizational restructuring initiative. On August 15th and 16th, over 80 key stakeholders made up of current division leaders, past division leaders, former national board members, and your current board of directors will meet for 2 days with an internationally known nonprofit consultant to complete the next stage in this year-long process of examining potential restructuring options. The goal of this process is to evaluate the key challenges identified by the work of previous task forces and previous boards over the last 8 years, and to discuss if there is another structure for AAMFT that will better increase relevancy for all our members. One that will drastically increase member engagement and member benefits while ensuring we remain a viable and appealing option for our future members. We are very excited that this many very bright and very dedicated MFTs from all across the country and Canada will come together to brainstorm about how we can make AAMFT a more vibrant mental health association. As you know, I have been reporting on this initiative for a year now, with this meeting being the final push to hear from the multiple perspectives as we brainstorm and dialogue together, hopefully providing the Division Affairs Steering Committee with enough direction and information to provide a recommendation to the Board of Directors. This is a very exciting time of discussion for a very bright and impactful future for AAMFT as we attempt to get our ducks in a row for the next generation of marriage and family therapists. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and for your dedication and commitment to AAMFT as we continue to advance the marriage and family therapy profession. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.